I would like to introduce Yana like I usually do. You guys are in for a good surprise because this is more than what I've known the Immune being able to do that we're going to talk about. And we have Yana. She has graduated with honors from Bauman College as a nutrition consultant. She has served as a certified nutritionist for 6 years. At her Denver-based private practice, Food is Medicine, she teaches patients how to shop for the proper foods to optimize the gut microbiome and makes home pantry inspections. So I would like to hand it over to Yana, and we're so happy to have you as part of our Life Farm team, Yana.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for such a warm introduction, Peter. And yeah, this is a great product, Immune, and we will talk how it's connected with your health of your eyes. And that will be really some interesting information I included there for you. As always, we will see what we can do to keep your eyes healthy and your vision really, really good. So we are talking about healthy eyes, how to keep your eyes healthy and vision very, very good. I will not interrupt my lecture, my presentation to questions. I will just go through. This presentation will be relatively short compared to my other ones. And after I will be done, I will come back to chat and make sure I answer all the questions you have. So please, whenever you come to your mind, whatever question you have, make sure you post it, and I will answer this question. So let's start it. Peter said a couple words about me. Thank you so much. Yes, I am working as nutritional consultant in my own practice. I work in functional medical center. I'm doing different programs, and I'm about to graduate my master program in University of Western State, writing my capstone. So I'm at my home run. So I'm about to graduate, and very excited about that. I'm mom of 3 kids. My oldest have autism. That's how I started my journey. And I'm doing a lot of cooking, baking, love sourdough, fermenting food, and things like that. So remember what we learned about the last month. We looked at the health of the skin, health of your nails and hair. And if you missed this lecture, make sure go back to YouTube and listen to that. That was fantastic information how to keep your skin, hair, and nails healthy. But we talked that there are some deficiency in vitamins and minerals that we can see, and that by the health of the skin and nails, they show what kind of deficiency, where we rolling in the health of our body. With eyes, it's not the same. Eyes are not showing any kind of problem until you really step into the serious problem. So at this point, at any point of your life, you might have some kind of underlying issue going on, something boiling, and you will not even know that until you really have a serious problem. So what kind of issue we're talking about? What kind of things happening with eyes that you have to address? Of course, any kind of blurred images, blurred vision, age-related macular degeneration, huge research going on right now. It's a really, really enormous problem right now with this diagnosis. Cataract, diabetic retinopathy. If you have diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, you're in the high risk of getting diabetic retinopathy, and you have to take care of your vision, of the health of your eyes. Glaucoma, eye strain. Eye strain is a big issue right now. They're calling it the next level of smoking, because we're spending so much time at the screen. And I can relate, writing capstone right now, hours and hours, prolonged time on the screen, prolonged driving. Prescription, you have to make sure you update your prescription and not wear eyes for years, because the vision can change, and wrong kind of prescription of glasses making your vision worse. Extreme fatigue, and of course lack of sleep. Here is the report about the vision in 2020, and worldwide, more than 15 million people lost their vision due to cataract, people over 50 years old. And about 80 million people, they had some kind of vision impairment due to cataract. And year to year, because we have so much stress, lack of sleep, this number is growing. So health of eyes is very essential things to do. Nobody really paying attention much about that. I'm so glad that you're here and we're talking about that. So as usual, let's start with the crash course, biology crash course. This time it will be very, very short. This is the anatomy of the eye, and you can see here, I will catch my mouse here, you have iris, cornea, you have pupil. We will talk now about the function, the lens right here, everything in the front of the eye, and here retina, and this is the optic nerve to the brain. This is in the big picture. So when we're looking at this nice, beautiful flowers, the flowers, it's white and yellow. How do we see it? How do we understand what's in front of us? So first of all, light enters the eyes, and it goes through cornea here and passes through the pupil. You know, pupil that open when there is dark to get as much light as possible, and close when it's a lot of light to really reduce amount of light. And then light passes through the lens. I lost my mouse. Here is first lens, and the light is breaking at the lens that start creating images already. And then it goes down to the back of the eye and hit retina. And that's where the information keep changing and keep interpreted. And then the information, this picture, not information, the picture goes through the optic nerve and it goes to the brain that already has the final interpretation of the picture and comparing the picture to your memory cell. It's comparing and giving you information. Yeah, that's yellow because you taught this is yellow and this is flowers. And then the other, of course, senses start turning on. We want to smell it. We're happy to see flowers and things like that. But this all information goes through our eyes to the brain, and brain interprets it. So that's the end of our crash course for today. Very short, I know, but let's talk. What can we do? What can we do today to take care of our eyes, to keep our eyes healthy, beside rolling it? So first, of course, when I talking about eye health, I have to talk about lutein and zeaxanthin. This is a very important carotenoid, and one of the things I have to say, they are not produced by our body. We cannot produce them. Our body is not making this carotenoid, and that's why we have to receive them with diet or with supplements. So here is the picture of all carotenoid in the retina, in the back of the eye, the one that preparing the information for the brain. This is all carotenoid, but look how much zeaxanthin we have, and look how much is lutein. So it's super important to have this carotenoid in the eye, in the cornea of the eye, for the health of the eyes. This is a great study where they follow up people. So it's prospective follow-up study. It means they follow up people for 2 decades. So it's a very long study. And they look at people, how much people were taking lutein and zeaxanthin, and what is their risk of getting the age-related macular degeneration. And look here is at this picture. So the more of this carotenoid they had in the diet, or through the diet or through the supplement, less of the risk of getting age-related macular degeneration. This is the same, but with general carotenoid, but this is specifically for lutein and zeaxanthin. This is also a great study, actually. That's the reason I put it, because that's connected to baseball. And I never even thought about this. I'm not a big baseball person, but the reason I included, because think about the baseball player. I mean, they are outside in blue sky. Sometimes the sky is just blue, sometimes sky is blue with the clouds, sometimes sky is gray, and there is a white, very small actually white ball that flies extremely fast. So when I stumbled this study, I'm like, oh my God, really, how big deal the vision is for the baseball player to see this fast moving ball in this blue or white sky, white actually, and plus there might be some sun. So there is a lot of happening for in the vision of the in the eye of the person, the baseball player. So for them, the health of the eye is crucial. And this is the study that looked how that lutein and zeaxanthin are super important. They improve the vision and this transfer of the information way. It's allowed the transformation way faster and improving the vision of the athlete. And of course, the conclusion of the study was that it's helping with the visual speed and motor function, not just the athlete, but not athlete people, to all of us. The food sources, the best, of course, is a green leafy vegetable. Kale has the most. And my favorite is kale chips, the one the picture I put on the slide. It's very easy to do. There are a ton of recipes online. Just put kale chips and make it at home. Crunchy, yummy, really, really good stuff. So kale, spinach, broccoli, peas, lettuce, they all have lutein, zeaxanthin in them. This is a great source, food source. Egg yolks has a lot, and we will talk about egg yolks later, of course, as you know. Any kind of color, yellow, orange color of the fruits and vegetables, carrot, oranges, honeydew, corn, grapes, they all also contain a lot of lutein, zeaxanthin. This kind of food, they need some fat because fat improves the absorption of these carotenoids. This is the supplement I recommend. This is another supplement we're talking today. We talked about Omnia last month, and please watch this presentation if you miss it. But Omnia also has some spirulina and some things that are great source of lutein and zeaxanthin that work for your eye health. Omega-3 supplementation is also working to improve the health of your eyes. And look at this. This is the study with the dry eyes. And this is the 3 months, 90 days study. This is placebo, day 1, day 90. And look at the omega-3. Look how much more branching of the nerves appeared in the dry eyes. So omega-3 is giving this moisture and giving this improvement of the health of the eyes. That is also very important. And this is also the study of people with type 2 diabetes. Like I said, if type 2 diabetes, people have a higher risk of getting this the diabetes retinopathy. And this is in the participant who were taking only 15 milligram a day, and they had 48% reduction of getting a retinopathy in their life. And the more, and this study was on the limited time, but as the longer time they were taking omega-3, the less their risk of getting diabetes with retinopathy were. So this one just was 500 milligram a day of omega-3. Omega-3 sources, we talked about omega-3. I talked a lot about omega-3 on my first lecture, and please, you missed it, please come back and listen to that. We talk a lot about the health of the cells. But this is the great sources, food sources of omega-3. It's a fatty fish, salmon, sardines, caviar, flaxseed, chia seed, meat. Make sure meat is from the grass-fed animals, eggs and vegetables, spinach, broccoli, and of course, Life Farm carry fantastic omega-3 supplements that you can use as well. It's not just helping with your eyes, but eyes is one of the things omega-3, health of the eyes, one of the things omega-3 supports. This, of course, talking about eye health, I have to talk about the blue light, white blue light that you're all looking at me through right now. And this is, look at the study. This is a healthy eye of a human being. And this, on this square, they put this blue light exposure. It was short exposure. And look at this, it's left mark on the eye. And this is the same. Here is the square, and this is the square. So it was very short exposure. And this is on this study. People were, it's the same study. People were at the computer for just 30 minutes. I mean, think how much we are at the computer every single day. And this is, people were sitting on 30 minutes. And this is the side effect, the symptoms they were expressing: the tired eyes, eye strain, dry eyes, eye discomfort. So this exposure, the blue light exposure, is really damaging our eyes, and it's giving this inflammation and strangulation of our eyes. This is not good for our eye health. And I have to give you, of course, tips on how to reduce this eye strain from the blue light. First of all, always sit properly at the computer. That's one of the things. We don't need to put computer down or really up. It's very good when it's on the same level of eye of the computer like I have right now. Light of the workspace have to be exactly matching, as much as possible, matching to the light from the computer. So if you're at 12 o'clock at night in the very dark room and you have this bright white light from the computer, that will be very damaging to eyes. So that's why try to match the outside environment to the light from the computer. When you're spending a long time in the computer, practice 20-20-20 rules. So every 20 minutes, try to take your eyes out of the monitor and look at something 20 feet away from you. And for about 20 seconds, you can put the time on the computer. I'm doing like 30, honestly. I'm doing 30 because I'm spending so much time, especially now on the computer. So about like 30 minutes, I'm actually getting up. That sitting it's not connected much to the eyes, but just sitting on the computer for hours is not good. So I usually get up, walking and just looking at something. Blink often. When we are at the computer for a long time, we don't blink. So put a sticky notes or something. Remember, just remind yourself to blink. And also for all my patients, not just for the eye health, but for those who has problem with the sleeping. For my patient, I always advise to put on the computer this application called F-Lux. Here is the name of it, F-Lux. It's a free app you're putting on the computer. And here you see the picture. This is how my monitor look at like 10 o'clock p.m. Right now it's getting dark pretty quickly. At 10 it's very dark. So the darker it's becoming, the more yellow my monitor is becoming. It's really sensing the time where the sunset and it's reflecting to the light. So at like 10, 11 at night, it's pretty yellow, but make sure ladies don't shop at this time because colors are completely off. Vitamin C. Why are we talking about vitamin C for health, for eye health? It's a great sunscreen to protect your eyes from this UV damage. Eyes are always open to the sun. Okay, outside you can wear some sunscreen, some sunglasses, but even when you're at home, the sun is right there. The UV light, their eyes are always open, and we cannot put the sunscreen. Like I was suggesting to put it on your skin to protect your skin. We were talking last month. Here we cannot put the sunscreen. So vitamin C is playing the role of the sunscreen. It's protecting this the whole our eyes. And actually, it's such a nice fact that if looking at the lens, the retina, and all this gel around the eye, they have 50-fold higher amount of vitamin C than in the blood, in plasma. And that makes sense. Our blood is not exposed to UV light. Our eyes are. So our eyes need like so much protection. And don't forget the most important thing, human body is not producing vitamin C. We are one of very small amount of mammals, of human beings, and not human beings, one of the least live things in the world that are not producing vitamin C. So we must obtain vitamin C from the diet or from the supplement daily. Vitamin C is water soluble vitamins. We're not carry it, we're not storing that. So whatever vitamin C we're not using, we just losing it with the urine. That's why we always have to supply our body with appropriate amount of vitamin C daily. And here is the great article where people were taking a supplement of vitamin C, just 2 grams a day. And this, in the end of the study, they saw that people who were taking vitamin C, 2 grams a day of vitamin C, they increase amount of ascorbic acid in plasma and in the lens. So eye health is increased. This amount of sunscreen increase by taking that 2 grams a day of supplement of vitamin C. Here is the food sources of vitamin C. All of you know, of course, citruses, oranges, kiwi, lemon, grapefruit. We all know that, but did you know bell peppers had a lot of vitamin C? The small sweet peppers and bell peppers, as well as strawberries, tomatoes, cruciferous vegetables, white potato, they're all great source of vitamin C. Cabbage, sauerkraut, really good for gut health and for eye health. And that's the reason we're talking about this great supplement Immune 3 Plus. And because it's not just vitamin C. But let's see what kind of vitamin C this supplement has. First of all, vitamin C, ascorbic acid is not coming in the nature just as ascorbic acid. It's coming as like small package. And this package in the fruits and vegetables, it's fiber, it's phytochemicals, it's bioflavonoid, and all this help bioavailability of the vitamin C. It's all depend. This package is regulating how good this vitamin C, how good it will be absorbed, and how good it will be utilized. So that's why this Life C blend is mimicking what the nature created. And citrus bioflavonoids just by themselves, they're already really good antioxidant by themselves. So they are working also to reduce the risk of eye disease. And they supporting and reducing this oxidative damage that we're getting, these free radicals that we're getting. And so by themselves already, citrus bioflavonoids, they're already working together with the vitamin C. This is the several studies. So this is the meta-analysis, and this is several studies that connected to eye health and the work of bioflavonoids with the eye health. And you see, this is in the studies, the bioflavonoids, they're always getting in favor, and only two. This is also almost in favor of bioflavonoids, and this is on the edge of control, placebo and bioflavonoids. But you see, most of the study connected with the eye health, they showing the great work of bioflavonoid. Like I said, vitamin C is water-soluble vitamin, so we don't need the food, but we need lipids to get the vitamin C where it's supposed to be. So vitamin C enter to our body and like, okay, what should I do? Where should I go? And that's where lipids come into. They are this small cars for vitamin C. They just load them and transport it where vitamin C belongs. So they will not just hang out and without knowing what to do and where to go. So lipid metabolites, they're there to enhance the absorption of vitamin C, the distribution of vitamin C to make sure it goes everywhere it can, so they would not go and party somewhere in one place where they need it in other place. So this lipid metabolites, they're really managing what vitamin C doing and make sure it's there where it has to be. So that's why this in Immune 3 Plus, there is this Life C blend that has this citrus bioflavonoids that are coming vitamin C, like in the nature, and it's enhancing their work of vitamin C, and also lipid metabolites that are taking vitamin C where it's belong. That's why this vitamin C, this Live C blend is so powerful. In this clinical research, it was a really great research that got several kind of vitamin C, and the one that PWC is the one that has the lipid metabolite, and you see in this form, it's got way faster absorption, and over 24 hours, it stayed the highest in plasma. So even the ester C, the bottom one, this one, it was ester C, and I'm sure a lot of people know about that. So the vitamin C with lipid metabolite, they had better protection and better work from the vitamin C. The best absorption, the most of the absorption, the way we build up is happening in our intestines. So to get the intestines, all the supplements, the food, the supplements, everything has to go through the stomach. And stomach is very, very acid, like a battery, super acid. So the vitamin C from Life Farm, the Immune 3 Plus supplement from Life Farm, is covered, has a special dysenteric coating that let the vitamin C go through this acid environment of the stomach and get to intestine and get absorbed there. So it's increased the amount of absorption, amount of vitamin C that get to your body. Optifill mushroom blend, this is also included in Immune 3 Plus supplement. That's the blend of the medicinal mushroom. There are regular mushroom and there are medicinal mushroom. Medicinal mushroom is the whole big study, and actually our university offered the elective course of separate of medicinal mushrooms, and it's a very powerful thing, like Chinese medicine using them for different kind of disease. And this is a powerful thing. And reishi, turkey tail, and maitake, they are one of the three top powerful medicinal mushrooms. And this is a great research that done on the eye health. This is the rats, and this is rats that with the healthy eyes, and this is the eyes that had some problem with the retina. Here, the disease of the retina in the rats. And this is the rats with the disease of the retina that were giving, what mushroom they gave them? They know reishi. They gave them reishi. This is the reishi mushroom. And you say, of course, it didn't come back to the level of healthy retina, but you see how better it became. So medicinal mushroom, they have this restorative effect, this antioxidant restorative effect of the cells. This is also the interesting research. This is the cells. This is in the lab. The cells were exposed to hydrogen peroxide, and hydrogen peroxide is causing DNA damage when it's exposed in the big amount. So this is the control where the cell were exposed to hydrogen peroxide, and this cell were left for 15, 30, 45, and 60 minutes, just left untouched. And you see the damage of the cell got a little bit left, but still stay. This is the same cell that was exposed to hydrogen peroxide, but it's also we're given the protection of the medicinal mushroom, and you see how less the DNA damage it caused. So the mushrooms are working on DNA damage. It's on the level of DNA, it's protecting from DNA damage. And of course, we are suggesting to take Immune 3 Plus with the laminine. This is the package that really work great to support your eye health. And most of all, because that the laminine has this fibroblast growth factor. This is like in the pictures, like this busy manager that does like 2 million things. And one of the things they do is regulating cell proliferation, migration, differentiation. So it's assigning, it has this line of the cell, and it's so busy and it's assigning all the jobs. You're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing that. So it's working a lot with repair, making sure that healthy stay cells and the cells that are dying, they are substitute to the other newer cells. So fibroblast growth factor work a lot with the healthy cells. And here is this growth factor work on the genetic level. The same thing. The BACA protein, they increase when there is increase of the inflammation, and this is the control, and this is the cells that were treated, that were giving this fibroblastic growth factor 2. And you see the inflammation, the level of inflammation reduce. So it's working on genetic level, reducing the inflammation. And we talked with you in other lectures that inflammation is the one that rooting a lot of damage, and we have to work with inflammation. And UV exposure, this is giving the damage of the cell, it's giving the inflammation. And of course, egg bioactive growth factor. This is the fertilized eggs, and they give a lot of, first, remember we talked, egg yolk has lutein and zeaxanthin, so this is the source for you. And also giving this peptide, antioxidant, growth factor, everything to protect your eye and give it this tool to keep the health of your eyes. So using, that's why we advise you and suggest you using the IMMUNE Plus and LAMININE together, because it's doing all this, reducing the risk of the vision loss. It support the health of cornea, lenses, retina. It support all the parts of human eye. It improve the mucus secretion to make sure your eyes are not dry, they're healthy. Protect eye from free radical, from UV light, the vitamin C, the sunscreen of the eye. It's giving the straight of blood vessels, and giving the whole healthy eye metabolism, and also protecting you, improving already if you have any kind of problem like macular damage or any other problem, it's helping to improve that and reduce the damage that caused by this disease. Of course, make sure that people who has allergy to eggs, fish, and soy are not taking this supplement, and make sure you consult your doctor before taking any kind of supplements. Like I said, vitamin C is water-soluble vitamin. It can be taken on the empty stomach, and we suggest taking 1 pill 2 times a day. So this is this nice capsule that are taken 2 times a day. It's coming into a very beautiful package, and you can take this one pill 2 times a day, and that's okay if it will be without food. So if you forgot to take it, you can take it before sleep. Let me see what kind of question we have. Where's my mouse? So what advice can you give for early cataract detection? This is exactly what I was talking to you about. Vitamin C is huge. That's why IMMUNE Plus is just giving this really nice package of a strong vitamin C mushroom blend that will reduce inflammation. So LAMININE that give this protein, amino acid, antioxidant. So it's very nice package to help with the health of the eye. So this is one of the things I would recommend. Thanks so much, Peter, for encouraging me to get on this event tonight. So glad you were one of answer the phone when I called. That's the message for Peter, I really appreciate a lot of information on vitamin C and eye health as well as overall health. You're welcome. Thank you for writing this comments. Missouri, I don't see, here is the links. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you so much for putting the link for Flux. Please, yeah, it's in comment. Sheila put it. Thank you very much. You can just download it. Like I said, it's for free. Download it on each of your computer, laptop, and it's an awesome thing to do. I recommend it to all my patients all the time. Microphone, I hope you can hear me well. There was a comment about microphone. I hope they didn't die. And Peter, do you hear me well?
Yeah, the microphone, it's just a little bit, just a little cloudy than from our previous two webinars. So that's all.
Weird, they're using the same, okay.
Yeah.
I don't see, and I see Luba from Florida. I see people from all over, but let me see. I don't see any other questions. So
yeah, so I think we
Peter,
got the
you
questions.
can take over. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got the questions answered. I just want to let everyone know that we do have a testimony from our long-term time independent business owner, R.S. Mallory, and she is on the call, and she's going to give a testimony that she has on the immune. And please feel free to keep asking any questions, and after R.S. gives her testimony, we can come back to any other questions. R.S., welcome to the call.
Thanks so much, Peter. Yana, thanks for that important information. Most people don't realize how important vitamin C is to the health of the entire body. I, like you, well, maybe not like you, but I have 50 years of natural remedy experience. And so I never get sick. And I have been taking laminine for 11 years now. And when I originally came to laminine, it was because I had adrenal fatigue, and that's a whole other story, and it's a whole other call. But Peter asked me to give my testimony about immune. And I grew up in New Jersey, which has a lot of pollen and a lot of allergies. And 29 years ago, I came to Austin, Texas, and they have cedar trees here and something called cedar fever. Well, I never got cedar fever, but about 8 or 9 years ago, I had my windows open on one spring day, and the pollen count for cedar fever went up to 40,000 instead of like 200 or 300. And because my windows were open, because I'm a fresh air person, it got to me. It got into my nose. It got into all of my pores. Peter happened to call me the next day, and he said to me, "Oh my God, RS, you sound like you're dead." And remember that, Peter?
Kind of.
Okay. I was in bed. I had taken some blankets and I had covered up all of my windows because my eyes felt like they were popping out of my head. I had 103 fever. I had a massive headache. I felt like 2 baseball teams were pulling my eyes from the inside. I was leaking from every place in the body that you could leak from, my eyes, my nose. And Peter said, "Oh my gosh, RS, what happened?" And I told him about this cedar fever, the pollen count, and he put Dr. Andujar on the phone. God bless him. He's not with us anymore. He hopped on the phone and he asked me what was going on, and I told him, and he said, "I'm going to send you 2 bottles of Immune. This is what's in it." And Yana did a great job of describing what's in it. And I was very intrigued because of the medicinal mushrooms that civilizations have been using for centuries, going back to biblical days. And Dr. Andujar said to me this. He said, "I want you to take 1 caplet every 12 hours, like clockwork. And if you have to get up in the middle of the night to do it, do it. And you will go through 1 bottle." He said, "I will warn you that in a day and a half, you're going to be back down at your computer working, and you will." And I was very busy because I had just made silver director. And so I really couldn't afford not to be at my desk and on the phones helping my team. And he said, "You're going to feel a whole lot better in a day and a half, RS, but I want you to still take 1 caplet of Immune every 12 hours until you finish the bottle. So that was 2 a day. And so that lasted for 15 days. The second bottle, he asked me to just take 1 a day. He said, and you'll get a surprise. You will never, ever be afflicted with cedar fever again. It is 9 years later, Peter, and I have never, ever, ever had a cedar fever attack. I have no other allergies. It was just an anomaly and a fluke, but the immune wiped it from my body.
Wow.
Now fast forward to the pandemic, and I take laminine, I take immune, I take our omegas, and I take our digestives, and I take some calcium for my bones because I'm in my early 70s. But I must tell you that I started doubling up on my immune again because all the studies tell us that it kills virus and bacteria. I was a teacher, and every teacher or somebody who works in a big office building with lots of people know that in the spring and then the summer and then the fall, everybody gets sick. The teachers get sick. When you go back into the office buildings, you get sick because everybody's bringing in their summer allergies and they're bringing in their summer colds and the flu, and the kids come in coughing and hacking and stuff. And I've always advised everybody to please make sure that they take immune. So I doubled up on immune, Peter, at the beginning of the pandemic, and I am very, very healthy. So don't forget that aside from everything that Yana just taught everybody, immune is an essential for you to be taking, especially these days with what's going on around the world. Thanks so much, Peter.
No, thank you, RS. What a great testimony. And yes, I've been working with RS probably a good 12 years. So I don't recall exactly that call we had, but thank you for reminding me. Cedar fever, got to remember that one. So I think we might have a couple questions if we want to look. I don't really think it was a question.
Christopher asked about retina detachment. I would advise, of course, work with the doctor. I cannot suggest you the treatment for this condition right like that on the seminar. It's not professional doing that.
Yes.
And of course, you should talk to doctor about this and address with doctor. But IMMUNE 3 Plus and LAMININE, this is a great supplement to support whatever treatment you have with the doctor. Make sure you tell the doctor that you take into supplement and have his approval. Make sure when you're taking any kind of supplement, especially when you're taking also medication and you have any kind of diseases, make sure you run this through a doctor. It's extremely important to do because some supplement can change the way the medication is working. But this is the supplement that will address the strength of the capillaries and will health of the eye and also reduce inflammation. So this is the supplement that will help along to whatever treatment doctor will provide to you.
Okay. We have one from Kathy Bailey. I don't know if you can see that on the question and answer list.
Let me open question and answer. Okay, asking for recording. I'm sure that we are working. This is one of the things we're discussing about making like a library of the recording. So this is a work in progress. Give us a little bit of time. And will IMMUNE help with the strained muscle pain? Actually, with the strained muscle pain, I would advise you IMMUNE and Omega. These two things I would really suggest you to take. LAMININE will decrease the inflammation. Omega, as you saw in one of the slides, is giving this branching of the nerves, and it's just doing all over the body. It's really giving, also great together with LAMININE. It's working on reducing the inflammation, and vitamin C will give the strength of the muscle, so to prevent whatever is damage is causing the damage to causing the strain of the muscle. So these three I would suggest to IMMUNE, LAMININE, and Omega for this condition. And which product help with the cataract, please. So cataract, to prevent or make, if you already have this disease, to make sure it's not progressing as fast, we suggest to take Immune 3+. Make sure you have diet full of lutein as vaccine, and Immune 3+ and Laminine. That's two supplements that will work really, really great with if you have cataract or you try to prevent it both. But also make sure you always go to the doctor and have correct lenses or glasses, and always check on the eyes or the health. So this is the supplemental health, but don't forget that the doctors has to always see you.
So thank you very much to all our existing customers and our new possible customers coming to Life Farm. Thank you for joining our call, and have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Yana. Thank you, Jeannie.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Good evening.